All right, it is the Watch What Happens Live after show. We have the star of Reality Checked on Radio Andy, Sirius XM weekdays, Amy Phillips, Ben Mandelker, and Ronnie Karam host Watch What Crappens wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find Ira Madison III on Keep It, new episodes every Wednesday. Danny Pellegrino stars on Everything Iconic with Danny Pellegrino. Guys, that was so fun. I've got more questions for you, and then if you guys have any questions for me, I am happy to oblige. For all of you, Brun Derek wants to know which housewife you think has the most and least self-awareness. Ronnie and Ben, anyone come to mind?
I mean, Kelly has the least, I think. I'll go with Kelly.
Kelly Dodd.
Least. Yeah, Kelly Dodd. I'm not wearing a mask.
I think Margaret Joseph.
It's a conspiracy.
I think Margaret has a lot of self-awareness, which I like about her.
Who?
Margaret from New Jersey.
Margaret. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Anyone else want to jump in there? Anyone else you think has zero self-awareness?
I think Luann has a lot. Right.
Oh, Danny says Luann. Amy says who?
The greatest housewife of all time, Teresa. You have to have no awareness in order to be the greatest. So,
Ira?
I think Dorit actually is a beautiful mix of having great self-awareness and also no self-awareness. She's aware that she needs to scam.
Anyone want to tell me, Kathleen V texted, what were your initial thoughts and reactions to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City trailer? Were you guys engaged? Are you into it?
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
I want to know about Mary.
All these different religions.
Yeah, Mary.
You will find out.
All the digging on her. And marrying her step-grandfather, I want to hear all about her. And I can't wait to watch it.
Me too.
You are, you're gonna find out. Danny Pellegrino, Brun Derek said, what was your reaction to Ramona hugging you multiple times at BravoCon? It seems so out of character as she's known to be frosty with fans.
No, I loved it. Yeah, I'd only heard that she was not so nice, but she was so nice to me, so I was thrilled. I mean, she gave me a big hug on the Watch What Happens Live carpet, and she was great. Yeah. I was surprised.
She thought you were
Ben
Andy
and Ronnie. Ben and Ronnie. Choppy C2 wants me to ask you, who are some of the key contenders for the Crappies Awards this year? This is your annual Housewives Award show you host.
Well, I mean, Real Housewives of New York is always in contention for best show of the year, and I actually firmly believe it deserves an Emmy. But we will happily nominate it for a Crappie, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay.
Definitely, we don't know about the awards yet, but the in memoriam is going to be so long this year because so much has changed on Bravo. We've lost so many people.
Yes. It's been a rough year. K819, Amy, is there anyone that you find to be the hardest to do an impersonation of in the Bravo world that you haven't unlocked yet?
I have not taken on Leah. I think I've just been basking in how amazing she is, that my mind hasn't been working creatively to try to expose or, exaggerate anything of her. So I guess Leah?
Katie S. texted, which breaking of the fourth wall moment has been your favorite on Housewives? Anyone want to take this?
Week. The reunion this week, Andy. I loved when Denise got up and came back with her script for Bold and the Beautiful.
Are we allowed to?
She had an early morning the next morning, and she wanted to go learn her lines. I'm like, you can't leave yet.
Right? Are we allowed to throw Vanderpump Rules into that? With
she was hungry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that was a great one, Ben.
That was actually.
They're getting caught with a college John. You better listen, John.
What did you think of Rinna bringing up Heather Locklear tonight on the reunion?
Wow.
I feel like Are we being prepped for a Heather Locklear appearance? Because I feel like Brandy mentioned it on Watch What Happens Live, then Rinna mentioned it on the reunion. I would like to see, or Nicolette Sheridan, Heather Locklear, Terry Hatcher. I want to see one of these people on the show. I feel like
okay. Before we leave, anyone have anything you want to ask me?
Is there a chance that we get to see the rest of Real Housewives of Melbourne on Bravo?
You know, I don't know the answer to that. As I think you know, we don't have anything to do with it. We kind of licensed the format. And I think that when Bravo aired it previously, I don't think the numbers were great. So, but I know that there seems to be a lot of kind of energy around it online. So it's a good question. I will find out. Anyone else? Danny.
I have a question. Has there been a housewife in history that you guys maybe let go of that you wish you didn't let go of, or someone that you wish had stuck around longer that might not be expected?
That's a really good question. I really have to think. I mean, I always kind of long for a Caroline Manzo or a, obviously, you know, you wish that Bethany had stuck around. Others that you wish had stuck around. You know what's funny? I mean, this would be an unpopular one, but God, what is her name? The one who dressed up as Charlie Chaplin on Orange County. Lydia, hold on. In her first season, she had a good first season, and then she left of her own accord. And so in that first go round, I kind of wished that she had stayed around. I'm trying to think of some others that obviously I wish Lisa Vanderpump had stayed.
Oh, finally. Yeah. I've manipulated you into saying it finally.
Ira, do you have a question?
Andy, I do. Has your opinion on a housewife that you like changed after sitting across from them during a reunion show? And if so, why was it Carol?
It has. My opinion of Carol going into that reunion was similar coming out of that reunion. Her last reunion. I will say one that might surprise you is that at Portia's first reunion, I think I said this recently, and Portia and I have discussed it. Going into her first reunion, there was a dialogue about whether she was going to be picked up for a second season. And she was so great at that first reunion. She had just broken up Cordell. That marriage had just fizzled. And she started preaching at that reunion. And I think all the producers saw a side of her that we didn't know existed. And I left that reunion like, oh my God, I am so sold on her. There have been certain women who've come to a reunion not really realizing that they were on the bubble, and they have either sealed the deal to stay or to go. It's happened kind of in both directions.
I can see that. I loved Portia a lot in that reunion. And I think when I said Kenya was my favorite, she's only your favorite with Portia. They exist together. I really love those two.
Yeah, and Portia I guess she just has a talent with reunions, because reunion got her like renewed, and then a reunion got her canceled later because she got in so much trouble for the violence of that other reunion.
I have a question for you, Andy.
Okay, Amy.
If you had to cut a housewife franchise, one city, you had to cut one city, what would it be?
Wow.
Well,
are you trying to get him murdered or what?
I think that I wouldn't want to cut any, obviously. I think that we would probably have to look at the ratings. I think as a TV executive, you would cut the one that was the lowest rated, probably. But then you would also probably look at what the most expensive one is and whether it was easily amortized versus the ratings. But I would say probably you would just have to look at them and say that you would cut the lowest rated. Otherwise, it's a business. So, you know.
Have you guys ever been really sold on a housewife that you later kind of fired or got rid of because of audience reaction?
I'm sure that the answer on that is yes. Yes. I mean, there have been a few that I've had sentimental attachments to that have the reaction has dictated otherwise, and then we've wound up maybe hanging on to for longer than we would have, and then maybe letting go.
Yeah.
All right, it's getting too hot in this kitchen. We're going to end this. I want to thank the hosts. Everybody listened to Amy on Reality Checked, Ben and Ronnie on Watch What Crappens, Ira Madison III on Keep It, and Danny Pellegrino on Everything Iconic with Danny Pellegrino. This has been so fun, you guys. I'm so glad we did it. We will do it again. Thank you for your devotion to the Housewives and Bravo. For more, click around BravoTV.com.